Hey everyone, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt embarrassed because you couldn't speak English? Have you ever known the answer but your mouth just didn't work? Because 5 months ago, that was me. I couldn't even say a simple sentence without overthinking. And today, I speak confidently without fear. So, in this video, I'm not just telling you my story, I'm going to show you exactly what I did step by step. And if you follow this, you can completely transform your English too. Changed everything it can jo log it. My journey didn't start with motivation. It started with a failure. I always wanted to work for an international company. I worked hard, improved my skills, and finally got an interview. Everything felt perfect until the interview started. They asked me a simple question: tell us about yourself. And suddenly, my mind went blank. I knew the answer, but I couldn't speak. I said broken sentences, paused again and again, and in that moment, I realized something painful. It wasn't my knowledge that was weak, it was my English. And that day changed my life. That night, I made a decision. I will learn English and I will learn it fast. But I also realized something important. Expensive courses don't guarantee results. Grammar alone won't make you fluent. Watching videos silently is useless. So instead of following the crowd, I built my own system. Most people start with vocabulary. I didn't. Because I already knew words, but I couldn't use them. So here's what I did. 1. Survival sentences. I wrote 40-50 basic sentences like, I don't understand. Can you repeat that? I need help. And I repeated them every day out loud. After 7 days, they became automatic. 2. Self-talk game changer. I started talking to myself in English. While eating gives in having breakfast. While walking gives in going outside. At first, it felt weird, but then I realized this is the safest way to practice. No judgment, no fear. 3. Copy real sentences. I took sentences from movies and YouTube and repeated them exactly like native speakers. Not slowly, not in my style. Same speed, same emotion. This changed my pronunciation completely. Now things got serious. I wanted to speak fluently, not just basics. So I used this method, question, answer method. I asked myself questions like, what did you do today? And I answered step by step. I worked for, I worked on a project. I worked on a project for 2 hours. This helped me think faster, speak longer sentences, stop translating back to case. I use something powerful, echo technique. Listen to a sentence, pause, repeat immediately. Example, I don't know what it means. I repeated 10 times and slowly my voice started sounding natural. This was a turning point. Instead of translating 24-bit still, I trained my brain to think in English. How? Describe things around you. Ask yourself questions. Write daily journal. After a few weeks, English started coming automatically. Then came the hardest part, speaking with real people. I was scared. I thought people would laugh, but guess what? They didn't. They understood me. They respected my effort. And that gave me confidence. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to share a story with you. Not just for your English listening practice Archpato, but a story that might change how you look at success, struggle, and your own life. This story is about a boy who had nothing but refused to stay that way. And by the end, you'll understand one powerful truth. Nothing in life comes free. In a quiet town surrounded by hills, lived a 20-year-old boy named Leo. Life wasn't easy for him. His father worked long hours fixing machines. His mother cleaned houses just to keep the family running. And Leo, he had something bigger than his situation. He had a dream. He wanted to build something of his own. A business, a future, a life where his family didn't struggle anymore. But every night, one question stayed in his mind. How do I start when I have nothing? One evening, his father told him something simple, but powerful. Dreams don't work unless you do. That line hit Leo hard. The next day, he started observing his town. He noticed something interesting. People loved fresh bread, but the nearest bakery was far away. That's when an idea came. What if I bring bread to them? But there was a problem. He had no money. Still, he didn't stop. He walked miles to meet a bakery owner and made a bold offer. Give me bread for 1 week. He'll sell it, return your money, and keep a small profit. It was a risk for both of them. After a long pause, the owner agreed. The next morning, before sunrise, Leo carried bread back to his town. No shop, no setup, just a small stand and his voice. Fresh bread, warm and ready. At first, people ignored him. They didn't trust him. So he did something smart. He gave free samples. Slowly, one customer came, then another. By evening, everything was sold. That day, Leo made his first profit. Not big, but real. Days turned into weeks. Leo worked harder than ever, waking up early, walking miles, selling all day. Eventually, he saved enough to upgrade. But then a thought came to his mind. What if I make my own bread? That idea was scary because he had never baked anything. Still, he chose growth over comfort. He asked the bakery owner to teach him. At first, he failed. Burnt bread, bad texture, mistakes everywhere. There were moments he wanted to quit. But he remembered one thing. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So he kept going. Just when things started improving, life tested him again. A new bakery opened in town, big shop, better design, more attention. Customers started leaving Leo. This was the moment most people give up. But Leo didn't panic. Instead, he asked, what can I do better? He improved his products, made his stall look better, learned new skills. Slowly, customers came back because they didn't just buy bread, they trusted him. Months later, Leo finally opened his own small shop. Not perfect, not fancy, but his. His family stood beside him. His dream was becoming real. Everything seemed perfect until one night, a fire damaged his shop. For a moment, everything felt lost. Money gone, equipment gone, hope shaking. But Leo didn't break. He said, This is not the end, just another test. Instead of quitting, he started again from home. And something amazing happened. People saw his effort. They came forward to help. Because when you don't give up, the world starts noticing.